And we are back from the break, and there was some discussion on what you guys wanted to do. Um, so, first of all, I do apologize for the confusion about how the trial was going to be operating. Um, but yes, once it starts, it's going to be a daily thing until it finishes.
Yeah,
So now you're
sorry about
thinking
that.
about going to the asteroid.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Basically, kill Muratsu before the trial starts. So we're only dealing with one problem at once.
So, are you wanting to get there while he's gone and like ambush him when he comes back, or mess things up, or do you want to actually get there while he's there?
Let's
Well, go on.
let's get there while he's gone and be prepared for him to show up and ambush him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ideally, I'd like to get there while he was gone. Get any spell books and other stuff before he arrives, and then ambush him. So that if he arrives and flees, he can't get any of his stuff because we've already got it or destroyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So, is there a kind of a plan that you guys have for that? What do you think?
Well,
once we get there, we'll get on the flitter with one of our helmsmen. We'll have Zona Sweet Arrow, my protection from gas. I don't know which one would be ideal.
I think Sweet Air would be best.
It definitely has a bigger area of effect.
Yeah, and I can cast my spell once we're going on or whatever. That gets us to the surface. We try Etherealness, assuming Solas has that spell memorized. If not, then we'll try to use the shape.
The thing is, if we want to take the Talux with us, then Etherealness is out of question.
Yeah,
because that's too many.
Yeah, before you couldn't take all of us.
I can take the whole party, but no others.
Could Leva use Passwall when we get there?
What spell?
Passwall?
Yes.
Passwall.
Yes.
But it would open us up to the deadly air. But if we've got
But if we get close to the entrance with the Zone of Sweet Air, it might cover it.
I mean, Talix also doesn't need air. He just needs a way of getting in.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, if we get close enough for the Zone of Sweet Air, it might not even matter because the Zone of Sweet Air might just cover the entrance too.
I mean, if we have to go in Ethera, we go without Talix. But if we have to make an entrance, then we can bring Talix. I mean, he helps, but I don't think he's
good.
Well, I don't think we're hinging on him being there.
Sounds good.
It's just more advantageous if, obviously, circumstances play out like that. Yeah, so...
Sounds good.
We head off. Also, Ald, would I have heal... My hit points are not max, so... I'm just thinking on the way back, I would have... To Bral, we would have had spare healing spells. Are you saying that I'm at full hit points or not?
I always have few healing spells.
Yeah, I'm fine with you guys being at full hit points.
I think I need to use my potion of corrosive touch. I've had that for a while.
Didn't you use one at one point?
No, not this one.
Someone's used one at one point. I remember someone used it. Oh.
What are you going to use it for?
It's good against like golems and stuff. I made a muscle. Or getting out of bars and stuff.
And that's like one of its best things, is getting out of prison cells or something like that. Okay, so you want to
head off.
Head off. And how much are you guys going to be needing to change spells up, kind of thing?
Not much, really. I've got most of my spells. I might change out Whisper Ward for another Cure Light Wounds or something. And I've got one Speak with Dead, so I'm more or less good. Just like one spell, maybe.
What are you going to do with the Speak with Dead?
Speak with Maratsu when he's dead. To see if he is actually dead.
That's actually a very clever thing.
One thought is it worth us capturing Maratsu and using him in the trial to say that he, or taking his body in the trial to say that he used a spell on the person who's suing us to make
he looks like a little kid. If we take his body, it's just going to be looking like body of little kid that's been killed violently.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh, you killed a street urchin and brought it into court. Oh, how
Yeah,
lovely.
well, that's the whole point of a court, to prove a point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than take something at face value.
So I would only see that playing as negative.
Same.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's negative. I mean, we get into a fight. I'm going to cast Dimension Anchor on him. The second round, I'm going to cast Sprite Venom to make some knockout arrows and hopefully incapacitate him, but I don't know. Obviously, you're all going to do your own things, but I could pass some arrows around for like Braxon or stuff, but I assume he's going to go up and close.
I plan to stab him a lot.
Yeah, normally I'd be planning to fight him with a flaming sword probably, or unless another magical item's more likely to damage him. But if someone's got spells where me doing something else would be more advantageous, I'll listen to them.
I can make 6 Sprite Venom arrows, and that's 6 saves against poison, or he falls asleep. That is a very good odds of, unless he's immune to poison.
Who knows? He might have drank a similar concoction that Ockar has.
Well, Braxon can fire a bow
knows?
and arrow. Braxon can fire arrows.
I can cast it on any ranged object, darts, as long as they're piercing.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's
Not
going
on
to
your
be quite
throwing axe.
confined. What about daggers?
So generally, I would say take the things that you think are going to be useful, and either they will be useful or they will not be useful, and don't worry too much about what other people are going to take and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, you take the things that you think are going to be good.
Do I change my truth saying spell?
I mean, I don't normally use arrows inside a dungeon, but it might work.
Guys going around with a magical short bow on this, me not without one. I will get one at some point. I don't want yours. All right, let's go.
No, I can lend it to you.
No, you got that fair and square.
Yeah.
You'd rather steal one.
I want to get my own.
I know, but if you've got a spell that makes magical arrows that might do the guy, it's better for you to have the bow on you.
Probably. I probably could
also
borrow it for
also
this,
he's not giving it to you, he's lending it.
Yeah.
I could borrow it. What is it? +1 bow.
Hang on, I'll have to have a look. It's been a while since he used it.
I thought Lysa wanted to steal his own short bow.
I don't necessarily have to steal it.
But doesn't that give you the better satisfaction?
Yeah,
it's a +1 short bow.
Yeah, so just +1 to attack and +1 to damage.
Which is big.
Yeah, it's an extra chance to hit. I mean, he might have stone skin up for all I know. That made me very sad. But oh well, that happens.
Right, Braxton hands it over.
Oh, you don't have to just yet. Just wait until we're there.
No, we can get used to it.
Alright.
So what about the other spellcasters? How much time are you going to need for spells?
Not that much.
I need like an
No.
hour maybe, or
We
less.
need it.
Mm.
Let's see, I need 8, 6, 9, 12,
was how
22,
much?
220 minutes. So a couple hours worth. 4 hours worth, less than.
Do you want to borrow the blanket? Because if you need more time,
That's a pillow.
most of us, yeah, the pillow.
Levi's got 2 hours, I think.
I can see 2 hours being fine, but any more than that, we may start having. Well, actually, when we arrive there, it's going to be gone for the majority of the day anyway. So
Well, it's going to take us time to get there anyway, right?
Well, yeah,
Well,
but you're
about
leaving
7
now
hours.
in the evening.
So he'll be there for a few hours, then bugger off.
So if we're going to wait until he leaves, I sleep on the way there. I can just memorize my spells before we go in.
Yeah, but that does mean
Same.
we're waiting there the entire day. But we can set up a trap, I suppose. Let's just go anyway. You know, we got the pointy thing that tells us where he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
For all we know, he could not even be on Bral or, you know.
All right. So, let me see. Actually, that's the wrong.
So, are we planning on taking Talux with us? Because that changes if I want to take the etherealness or not.
They were
We're
saying
going to try without the etherealness. No, we're going to try with it. We're not going to take Talux. If that doesn't work because it's warded or blocked, then we're just going to have to stone shape in.
I think the plan was Talix comes on the flitter, but he doesn't go in through etherealness. And if we can't get in through etherealness, we've got Talix with us as well.
Yeah, as a
Okay.
side benefit because we've had to physically make an entrance.
Okay.
Okay.
So the trip will be uneventful,
Yeah.
and you get there.
Quick question.
Mhm.
Would Solas be taking his rabbit in case we need the rabbit to dig our way in?
I will have the rabbit, but again, we are going to be using spells to get in with, rather since the rabbit won't be able to fill the entrance back up.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, carry on.
Also, a wall of force would act as a barrier, just FYI. For mixing airs.
Okay. So, you get there. Are you using the device to check to see if Marzo is there in the asteroid, or are you just gonna like try to wait until you're pretty sure he is not there?
I think we should
I-
use the device to make sure.
It
Yeah.
still uses the same gem, as far as I know. Shouldn't have to put a new one in.
I
Or
think
is-
all
or
said.
do.
I think all said we'd end up having to use another gem. The good thing about if we are going to use the device is we can put the gem in straight away. And then if he is there and he leaves when we're on the way there, we've been led most of the way there. And Braxon doesn't need to make quite so many navigation checks.
Oh, when we tracked that place to the Rhaegar place, we just kept it on all the time. We used one gem. Is it a case of we've turned it off, as a manner of speaking?
Yeah, when you put into port, it definitely gets turned off.
Oh, so we now have to reset it and put a
Yeah.
new gem in.
Because you wouldn't have someone on the helm.
Alright, we got another gem. It's the other 500 gold gem. Right. Are we doing this then? I'll mark it off.
I say we use the gem.
I'll show we use it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, alright, I'll knock off the Octec. Octec? Yeah, Octec. It's a 500 gold piece gem. I don't
Okay.
know what an Octec is. Never heard of it.
I think it might be an octal. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. Anyway,
OC,
it doesn't matter at this point. Okay.
Diagonal?
I'm sorry.
I was just saying words with Octanet for fun.
That's what it is. I had it listed on the sheet. It's in the group chat.
I think that's incorrect, but it doesn't matter.
Alright.
I want
Octave.
to agree a signal with the ship so that they can signal the flitter if Maritsu arrives while we're heading down or something.
Naruto arrives through teleport, so we would be the first
They
ones to
wouldn't know.
arrive.
No, we've got the device.
The
We've
device,
paid
yeah.
for the gem, yeah? So if the device says he's on Bral and we head down, thinking he's on Bral and he arrives, I want to have them, they're going to do flags or something, yeah?
There's no way for us to know that because we're going to be inside a spherical body
He
that
said
has
while
no
you're
way
going
of us...
down.
No,
while
no,
you're going
no.
down. But so
Before we go
this is a small enough asteroid that you're talking about like a matter of rounds to get to the surface. So
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I mean, once we're in, unless I have telepathy up, there's no way for them to communicate with us.
yeah, he wasn't talking
Unless
about
lava-
he wasn't talking about when you were inside.
All right. Sorry, I misheard then.
It's okay.
All right.
Leva decides to go against her normal ways. She turned a page in her book, and unlike other times, she's going to tell you what the spell is. It's going to be it is Otiluk's telekinetic sphere.
Oh, that's a fun spell. That's the perfect spell for trapping him.
Yes,
I love it.
exactly.
It
That's why
literally
she
is.
decided to tell you, because otherwise, normally she doesn't tell you what she's getting until it's needed to be used. So
It's
there's
an
a spell we
amazing
can
spell.
use. It is, however, cast at level 16.
That is
It's fine. It's only 25% failure for you.
that sounds perfect.
I mean,
What's the worst that could happen?
in the grand scheme of things, is that really that much difference from your wild surges?
Yeah, it's only 5% on the wild surge, though, isn't it?
Well, I was prepared to take the risk, but we'll see what can happen.
It's 8th level, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
It will be a long time before she before she turns the page again. I can tell you that.
Well, it might automatically turn, I think, doesn't it?
There's
No,
a
it
chance
turns
for
when
it
she
to
turns it.
automatically turn the page. Yes.
Oh. With
Yeah.
the
Okay.
the spell?
There is a chance that the page gets turned every time you use it.
Oh well, we'll see. She can use it once at least. So
I like those odds.
It's...
I mean, it's 75% chance.
Yeah. And it's not like me, it like instantly backfires. It might just fail to cast. So
As long as Lafdul doesn't speak, breathe, or exist while we are casting it.
oh yes, yes.
Lafdul, you're gonna have to stand on the other side of the asteroid once he casts the spell.
Lafdul
I
will put
was thinking
some...
she was going to temporarily teleport him out into deep space for a minute.
Yes, she could do that.
No, that'd kill him.
Yeah, he'd come back though.
No. He's got his ring. We'll give him his ring.
Which ring? He's got like 5 of them.
4.
Okay.
No, 5 actually. Yeah, you're right.
All right. So you are you have an uneventful trip. You're using the device, and it is indicating that Maritsu is on the asteroid. So once you arrive at the asteroid, do you want to wait kind of in orbit until the device indicates that he's not there?
You'd probably play it a bit safe. Hide or something.
What does the clock say? Sundial.
It's morning. I'll put it that way.
Like 3, 4 in the morning,
It's,
probably.
like
we left in the evening, didn't we?
Yes, you left in the evening.
So it'd be
Mostly,
mid-morning.
how long
Give
until
or take.
dawn?
I'm thinking.
How
We
much
could
time
send
does the
Alex
GM
down.
want to give the spellcasters to memorize spells?
We could send we could send Talux down to scout while we do the other stuff.
Right. So this is
See
like
whether they
this is
find
why
anything.
I'm wondering what you want to like. For me, it's just easier for me to think about, whether you want to wait until he's there or whether you want to go in, wait until he's gone or go in while he's there, because the exact time doesn't matter in that regard.
If it's not too long of a wait, then wait until he should be going away.
Because you also have to wait. I mean, you got to get spells back, so it would be a case of get there, wake up, memorize your spells, and then evaluate.
Yeah. Ideally, I'd rather go in when he's not there, because then we don't have to fight him and his defenses at the same time. If he's left guardians, we could take out the guardians without him slinging spells at us.
Hmm.
Are you taking the detect scrying spell? Because that may be useful in this scenario.
Just a second. I think I have one.
I think
if once we go in, if he's got magical alarms that alert him, if he's gonna suddenly like, something's triggered my alarm, I'm going to scry on that situation. You would know.
It's a spell that she's had the last few days, and she's actually used it.
I think
I know. I'm giving you a. I think the odds of it working are pretty good, given the circumstances.
I think Ald wants us to say whether we want to get there when he's away or there.
Let's
away.
get there away.
Because we're setting up an ambush. And
I'm voting for away. I'm voting for away, yeah.
Away, yeah.
Away.
Does anyone want to go in while he's there? We'll put it that way.
Yeah, we'll wait until he's gone.
No,
Well,
he's asking if anybody wants to do the opposite. Anybody?
Okay, so you're waiting until he's gone then, since I heard no one say anything.
Yeah.
Okay. So once the last person gets their spells memorized, it's not too long before the device will indicate that he is no longer on the asteroid.
Yeah. I'm
Before going down, Solas will cast strength on himself.
Yeah, I've got an augury and stuff, so
I'm still gonna.
An omen.
Sorry. I'm still gonna want to do that signal thing.
Yeah, no, they'll signal you if something changes while you're on the way down. That's perfectly fine.
But like even when we're down, like if somebody comes out or something and they see that like we've changed the sails on the ship or something,
you'll be able to see the ship pretty easily.
Yeah.
We're talking about a small asteroid, so your ship is going to be outside of its air envelope, and that's only a matter of hexes on the tactical map.
Oh, right, cool.
Like 3 or 4 hexes. We're not talking about like thousands of miles away kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, like, they can signal you if anything substantial changes, but once you're inside, unless you have some magical means of communication, then you're not going to be able to get a signal.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
And as Old said, the time to actually get down with the flitter is only a matter of minutes.
Yeah. Does anyone that does these spells that can talk to other people want to do telepathy with someone on the ship?
I can, but it only lasts 28 minutes.
It's probably not worth it.
Lewa has one sending, so if necessary, she can send something. Send a message.
Yeah,
no, but the
10 minutes.
Right. Braxon is more concerned about if the ship sees something.
Yeah.
To alert you.
I don't think it's there's spells that last long enough.
Stupid question, Ald. I don't normally ask about what spells our spellcasters on the ship have. Do any of them have something where they can contact us? Okay, fair enough. All right, let's forget about it. If we're not able to do it, there's no point talking about it.
Okay, so the preparation spells that you want to get cast. Let me start with. It's probably better to go in order. So Solas, you already cast Strength on yourself.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Not. I think everything else is something that I cast will need to be.
Okay. Leva.
Leva casts Omen to start with.
Okay.
In view of our getting into the lair.
Okay, so it is going to be a neutral omen.
Okay, at least it doesn't. It's not sending us to hell, so something.
Okay.
And second, she will cast Detect Scrying.
All right. Okay.
And she passes the Omen on to the others.
Okay. Ockar, anything that you want to cast?
I don't have those runestones yet for augury, right?
No.
No, I've got
Then-
a spell, so
Then no. Oh well, I'll cast protection from evil on Leva.
Okay.
no, that spell doesn't last very long.
Oh, then never mind. I'm not gonna cast anything.
Isn't it
Not
5
for
rounds
This,
per level? Well, that's true. He's a low casting level. That's right.
yeah, it's 3
actually-
rounds the level.
Actually, I'm going to be casting Astral Awareness that lasts long enough.
Okay.
It's 1 hour per level.
Okay. Finn, how about you?
So when Finn gets up to start memorizing his spells, he is going to burn one of his blocks of incense.
Okay. Make a
The
note
ones
of
that improve spell potency for 24 hours.
Yeah, I think I will also.
Mm,
All right, hold on a second.
Does that only do that for you, or could everyone sit in a room sniffing that stuff?
no, it's only for
I think
them.
you have to burn a block per caster. So
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
And
I've
Solas, you're
got
going to use
some,
one
but I-
too?
Yeah, I'm going to be having 1 left after this.
because causing that -1 to saves may be important.
And that healing spells working at maximum efficiency.
How long does it last for?
24 hours.
Yeah, I'll do mine as well, since the other two are doing it. And
All right, so here's the problem. You
room's
need
gonna
to
stink.
spend 8 hours praying and meditating nearby.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah, forget that.
well, if we don't have that time, then I won't do that.
Yeah.
Bump that back up to 3.
Like there is more than 8 hours in daylight, so you could do that, and chances are Maritza would still be gone from the asteroid.
The only thing I would say here, Ald, is because we misunderstood you, would anyone maybe have done this the previous day when they memorized spells?
It wouldn't matter.
No,
Okay.
it's only something that would be brought up now. I mean, but Old does make a point, you know,
Fair enough.
it will last for 24 hours if we'd still have a lot of time anyway.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
By the time we've used it, it should be like a handful of hours before his expected return. Out of the 24 hours that it lasts
Well,
for.
so no, what I mean, like you burn it, like you wake up, you get your, and you could burn it while you're memorizing spells, and then it's just whatever the difference is between 8 hours and that. And then once that's done and you've prayed under it for 8 hours, then you have the 24 hours that it lasts. And chances are, like Maritza he's spending more than 8 hours of waking time on Bral, likely, because you sleep for 8 hours and you're awake for 16 hours as a basic segment of a 24-hour day.
At the moment, he might just only be replacing a couple of spells himself, teleport and whatever else. So he's not going to need that long for his own spells.
Well, and I mean, like what I'm getting at is that, once he leaves his asteroid, if you then, let's just hypothetically say that you immediately burn the incense, he's probably not going to be back until well after that 8 hours is up and you're into the 24 hours of the boosting period.
Mm-hmm.
But you may not want to spend that amount of time, so it's up to you. I'm just kind of laying that out as a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do we think it will hurt us if we wait a couple hours after he leaves before we go?
No, won't hurt us.
How long have we got with the zone of sweet air on the thing, or do you have to do all the burning before we go down?
You do the burning
Yeah.
before doing anything else.
We have to
Very
pay
few
while we are
spells.
burning it.
Okay. I'm okay with waiting, I suppose. How long do people think we're going to take to dig through? You think that'd be fairly quick?
Well, we don't know until the etherealness fails, and obviously
Yeah.
we'd have to try with the shape stone, and we don't even know if that's going to go free on one casting. We just have to hope it does.
All right.
So I don't know how I would convey this in-game turns, but the Zone of Sweet Air will last for 10 turns when I cast
Right.
it.
Okay, fair enough.
So, yeah.
So you would say
hour.
Close to 2 hours.
yeah,
Not quite 2 hours.
1.5 hour.
All right. I guess.
Does it work to purify the air around it as well, or how does that work?
No, it just prevents the deadly air getting into that radius. Or
Basically, it's going to make
zone.
it so the air we already have around the flitter will not mix with the air on the asteroid.
Okay.
And when we land the flitter on top of where we want to go in, that would keep the bad air out of there as well.
Effectively working like a plug.
In addition, I think it's good to know that Airsphere is under the caster's control for 3 turns, but it will stay for longer. It's just it will move around as it wishes.
Yeah, that's a much better spell for once we're inside, because you can then
Mhm.
have it come along with us.
Yes.
So we are going to use the time to get the bonus from the incense.
I mean, if one of us are, we might as well do it because we're all in the same thing.
Okay.
I'm not fussed either way if we do or don't use it.
I honestly think it's going to be worth it.
All right, then I'll use mine as well.
At least it makes so that the healing spells will work on maximum efficiency.
Because to be fair, I don't have any high-level healing spells. They're all cure moderates and cure lights.
Same.
So yeah, having them work of higher potency would help.
So each of you are using one of your blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes that easy to keep track of.
Okay. All right. Well, it
one
also
left.
means that I don't have to go back and change the numbers that I.
I've got 2 left
Okay.
after this.
All right.
Yep.
Any other spells that you're going to cast in preparation? And I'm going to say that Solas and Leva, you waited until the incense was done before you cast your spells.
Yeah.
When we start going in, I will cast Nogri just before, just to see,
But Finn, any other spells that you want to cast in preparation?
Only the Zone of Sweet Air, and that I'm going to wait until just before we enter their air envelope.
Right. Okay. Lafdul, how about you?
I have protection from gas, but I'll wait until.
That's fine. I'm talking about spells that last for many, many hours that you just like.
No,
like
it would just be the
strength kind of
Ogre
thing.
just
Okay.
before.
Okay, so do you want Sun Fayun on the helm and give him the scroll with Zone of Sweet Air?
Yes, or whoever's piloting, I'll give that scroll to.
Well, it's a
He's the
priest
highest
spell.
level.
We're
Yeah.
going to have
So-
one person on the helm for.
He can
The
cast
big
from a scroll without losing it. So.
Right, but
Hang on.
he's
Well,
also
you're gonna
the only priest.
So I guess
Mhm.
it has to be him then, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that means some Fion's got to come down on the flitter, which means somebody else has to be on the helm on the big ship.
Right, but I mean, you got Nemeriel and Norfair.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
So-
That's cool.
Okay. Do you want any? Do you want to have any like a couple dwarves on the flitter as well, just to be on the safe side?
Yeah.
And
We
Talix.
just have Talix. No,
Yep.
because we need to protect the dwarves with their breathing capabilities. They're not just going to wait.
I mean, Sun Fayon
Nope.
has to wait.
Well, no, I thought the plan was once we make our entrance and seal it off, the flitter
Goes
heads
back.
off again, so they don't
Yeah.
end up with foul there, and we come back
Yeah.
to a flitter full of dead people.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, you can have a
Yeah.
couple dwarves on there just as protection, just in case. I mean, once you're gone, you're gone.
Yeah,
But it's up to you.
we can
All right,
have some
it's fine.
guards. We'll have guards.
Okay, so so you're all ready to go. Finn casts Zone of Sweet Air after you're aboard the flitter and ready to take off.
Yeah.
And Lafdul, you're going to use your augury.
Yep. To see what will befall us once we go in with the etherealness, or entering the asteroid, I guess.
Okay, what is the percentage chance for you?
It's 79, I think. I will just check if it's 70 plus the level 1%. Augury 70 plus 1% for each level of the priest.
Okay, so 79. All right. The augury reveals that I'm trying to think of how to phrase this.
It was successful then, or
Yeah, it was successful. You do get a result, and it reveals that time and patience are on your side.
alright, I'll relay that to the party.
So no rushing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you just takes a couple minutes to get down to the surface, the that smooth part that you'd seen before, and Solas, you're going to be casting a etherealness.
Mhm.
Yeah, I will cast protection from gas at that point.
Okay.
I will have my cloak with the hood on.
Okay.
Question about Talix. If the etherealness works, are we going to get Talix to wait on the surface? When
No,
I think it's better for Talix to go back with the flitter and protect the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Leva disagrees.
I mean, sure, Golem, you decide ultimately.
Yes, exactly.
What's going to happen? What is Talix's fate?
Leva tells Talix to scout around a bit to see whether there's maybe an easier entrance, but come back and check with us from time to time. And how big is that asteroid?
How's he going to get back to us if we're inside?
And
Right.
the flitter
Just
is
a
back
moment,
on.
I didn't say anything.
And the flitter is back on the
Yeah.
on your ship.
He'll just have to
Yes,
come back to the landing site because that's where the flitter's going to pick us up.
Exactly.
Okay.
But how big is the asteroid? So how long would it take for Talix to have a quick look around?
It's pretty decently sized. Actually, now I'm trying to think about what I said before.
I think you said half a mile wide.
Yeah, at its widest part, it's kind of like a football shape, a rugby ball shape kind of thing. Oblong, about half a mile wide at its longest. Probably be about a quarter of a mile at the shortest. So I guess actually that would not be a small dwarven citadel. It'd be pretty big for that.
Oh, so it's not a space potato; it's a space American football.
Or a rugby
mean,
ball. It could be a rugby ball.
potatoes
They're
also
about the
can
same
be touched.
size. They're about the
Sorry, I
same
didn't
shape.
hear you because
That's fine.
There was over
So like to have him scout, it would take a long time. Like there's a lot of
Yeah.
surface space.
Mhm.
Alright. I will cast telepathy once, well, on Talix to see if it works.
Okay.
Before, etherealness goes off. I see Solas. We're obviously talking about, I suppose, what we're going to cast first. I would cast telepathy, see if
It
it
does not
works.
work.
Oh. Doesn't work, Leva.
Golems are usually immune
Yeah,
to
but
most magics.
Yeah.
So no. She asked Alex to wait for us outside, since he doesn't need to breathe, and or if we have the space, then she would have him come with. If we can make a space, she would have him come with.
Okay, so
He
you want
does
him
not.
to
With
wait alone on the surface.
Unless he can come with us, in which case he should come with. But
Not
yes,
with
otherwise I want
etherealness.
him to stay on the surface, keep away, make certain that he's not detected.
Alex can't come unless one of us stays behind.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's out of question.
Yeah, and it's the same for Familiar and the Wolf.
Okay. So anything else that you want to cast? Anyone wants to cast before the etherealness? Okay.
No.
All right. So Solas, you cast etherealness, and that is
Mhm.
going to bring you all to the border ethereal. It is breathable, but you can definitely tell that there does appear to be a little bit bleed over from the prime material on what it is. So it's not foul, but it's not pleasant to breathe.
Is that
on the surface.
actually...
It's no in-game
was that
effects.
under-
It's no in-game effects, but you can tell that.
It smells
No,
bad.
but was that because of my protection from gas or not?
No.
Alright.
That is just you're noticing that there is some bleed over of local environments into the ethereal plane, basically.
Oh, that's something useful to remember in the future.
At least of certain types of local environments.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you climb off the flitter and begin to phase through the stone.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to go straight through that kind of smooth part as if there was a passageway there kind of thing? That's what you're looking at? Okay.
Possibly like it was a staircase.
It's hard to judge exactly how thick it is, but you do eventually feel that it opens up into a passageway. And there is a bit of light bleed over from the prime material plane. There are some magical lights in this. You are seeing a very narrow, not narrow, a very rough-hewn stone passageway. It does not appear to be particularly long. You can see a chamber at the end, and there is a passageway breaking off to the right after a little bit. It's not particularly large what you're seeing.
I will use my rods to detect magic, though I'm guessing the fact that we are on ethereal plane and
Yeah, you cannot
those come
detect
from
you
a
cannot
material
detect
plane.
you cannot detect
Yeah.
prime material magic on the ethereal.
Yeah.
Oh, did we get the detect scrying up from level?
Yeah, it is up.
I will make sure that everyone is out of the stone and then suggest that we might not necessarily need to break the etherealness just yet. We could continue being here and proceed.
Okay.
Might be able to avoid few traps.
All right. So proceed up to the branch.
Yeah, proceed the whole way.
Okay. It's not particularly long. and you can see that the chamber. So you could continue straight, and these are straight passageways. They're not like wiggly wobbly, so they're definitely not natural.
Magic.
Well, you don't know about magical, but they're not natural.
Yeah, magically carved. I was going to say. Sorry, I interrupted myself.
So you can see that the passage branches to the right, and straight ahead, the small room, there is a light in there, and you can see a bed sitting in there. Not a fancy bed, just a basic bed, and it seems to be about the size for a child or a gnome or halfling.
About the duration, how long have we been here?
Not very long. A couple minutes.
Okay, since the maximum duration is 20 rounds.
Right. It did not take you very long to get through the solid wall, but you're not sure exactly how thick it is. Like, you can't say, oh, it's 10 feet, oh, it's 20 feet, oh, it's 30 feet.
Okay.
But you were able to pass through it in less than a minute.
I think we check out as much as we can with the while the etherealness is up.
Okay.
Yeah, my protection
unless other people have other opinions.
No, my protection from ghosts will last for about 7 minutes once your etherealness ends.
Okay,
It
so
lasts 27 minutes.
the right-hand passage, you look down there, and there is another light down that way, and that is a larger room of some sort.
Is there a door?
No. It's all just rough-hewn walls.
Well, let's check the room then.
Okay. So you go down to that chamber, and it's roughly oblong or rectangular, but it's all rough-hewn walls, and you can definitely tell that this is a magical laboratory of some sort. There are cabinets and tables with magical paraphernalia for research.
Mm-hmm.
And you are not seeing any creatures moving around here. And that's it. That's the extent of the chambers. That small one with the bed, and now this larger one.
There's no exits to other rooms?
Nope.
We could scout around the boundaries of each room to see if there are any hollow, secret cubbies, even though I doubt why would you have secret places when your places should be secret in the first place.
Yeah, that's an idea. Braxon will help search for anything that is visible to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Outside divots.
I'll search around as well.
All right, so you'll spend about 10 minutes doing a cursory, search. And you, let's see, All right, none of you find anything that looks like a hidden secret cubby or compartment.
Yeah.
And Braxon, what were you saying?
Well, I was just going to say, if there's a secret door and we're ethereal, do we see straight through it?
You would pass through it. Like, basically what it is that you walk into the wall and start walking around the wall and seeing if there's any...
Yeah,
if you came to a chamber and it has, other than the entrance in, all the other walls are solid stone or and then you walk out and around the room from the outside on the ethereal plane, and hey, look, there's another passageway, then that might be a sign that there is a secret passageway.
If Solas has given us an idea of how long we've got, Braxon will do that. And he'll also say to Lafdul, should we try and stick our heads through the floor to see if there's any traps under the floor?
Sure, anyone can do that. I mean, if there are any obvious chests or stuff, I'll see. It's pretty hard. Well, it's all hazy and blurry, but I'll see if I can at least get an idea of a basic understanding of any mechanism.
Hazy, blurry, and a bit distorted.
Yeah, you and it would be dark inside any compartment, so you
Oh.
wouldn't really be able to.
Could I light it up with my flaming dagger or something?
Not well enough.
Because
not well enough to
Oh.
help. All right. So
'cause
after about 10 minutes, you don't find any secret compartments or obvious mechanical traps.
the other thing Braxton wants to look for, if we have time, is a door to the outside.
Yeah,
There's
does
no
this
obvious
place look
doors to the
sealed?
outside that you've been able to see so far.
Right. So it
Yeah,
has been
so it's-
sealed off. Right. Okay. No, it's just if there was a door and an airlock key, like, so someone can let.
Does it
Alex-
look like? Has the air quality changed in here?
You have no idea.
Is there any plant life or anything that looks like it would need air to survive?
Nothing one way or the other.
Right. Considering he's a small kid, he doesn't actually use up that much air, and it's only probably like a low-level spell to refresh it every now and again.
Well,
One would
I'll
assume.
a few minutes before the spell is up, I basically inform everyone that be ready to materialize soon. So take a position that you think is not trapped.
It's usually entranceways that are trapped, if anything.
And I will then.
Are there doors?
No, there's no
Or
doors.
is they're just like open?
Everything
Yeah,
is
that's
just
just open.
natural,
Yeah, that would
natural
make sense.
stone.
Yeah.
Braxton's
Why do you
gonna
bother
s-
making rooms then?
Braxton's thinking he'll sit on the bed.
So the bed is in the other room.
Oh right. Okay. We're staying in this room, are we?
I don't know,
If
where-
there's a
where,
trap,
like-
it's gonna set us all. We're all in the same trap if the trap goes off.
I mean, you only have a couple minutes before the spell runs out, so you need to.
Yeah, we just take the
Look.
chance.
Yeah, let's just look
Okay.
around
Okay.
in the walls and the floor. We'll split up and do it.
They already did that.
You already,
Okay.
yeah,
But,
we're just
no,
materializing here.
No going inside walls anymore since the spell is about to run out.
Then we materialize inside the room and we wait for the ambush.
Okay. So you want to.
Once we materialize, Solas will do a quick look around if there's any visible things he need to be cautious of and cast find traps after that.
Yeah, don't move once you materialize. Just stand still. Let the spellcasters do things.
All right. Hold on a second.
I did take 2 find traps.
Yeah, I was thinking about taking it, but it's like I shouldn't do that. It's my ethos.
Okay. Can you?
Yep.
Can you guys see?
Yep.
Okay. So this is the laboratory chamber, and you came in from down here, essentially.
And if I remember your description, we came from here originally.
Yes.
We're inside a stone tree.
So there are cabinets with like bottles of powders and liquids, and there's tables with retorts and beakers and things like that. Not a whole lot of actual writing material. I mean, like books and stuff like that.
Probably takes it with him.
Or he has another place.
We had a bag of holding last time. That's why we got all the spell books.
We should take all this stuff or destroy it.
Oh, what? You getting anything from Find Traps, Solas?
You are not getting anything from Find Traps right now.
I will inform the party that Find Traps is not detecting anything, but
What about?
be still careful. And
What about-
before doing anything, Solas asks aloud, "Cleric?"
There is no sound. I mean, it just echoes off the walls.
Oh, we're able to breathe in here, obviously.
Well, you've got your protection from gas up.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cleric is not here. At least he is not answering us.
any magical animations? Do you want me to do that, or someone else to do that while you're finding traps? Because otherwise you slow down when you're trying to do two things.
Someone can do it while I check the traps.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'm already familiar with it. I'll just do like detect magic just to see.
All right.
Is there any
Right.
scrying going on?
Not yet.
Okay.
So,
Braxon will go with Solas.
Lafdul, you are not detecting. Let's see. So there is some residual magic in the walls, like basically everywhere. So that would, for you, confirm in your mind that magic was used to carve this place out.
I didn't realize it lasted that long.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, depending on what the DM wants to do.
Fair. I don't really have a. That wasn't an answer I was expecting.
I mean, like, I'm confirming for you that he used magic to
Yeah.
carve this out.
No,
I think that's...
when you say magic is fading, I always assume it's like a spell's just been activated. It is now fading, like an alarm spell just went off. I wasn't expecting the stone.
It can
stone.
vary depending on what I need.
And it says in the descriptions that some things leave a longer fading magic imprint.
All right, fair enough. I should have read the spell.
So, but part of the problem is that like there's basically like low-level magical emanations everywhere throughout this entire place.
All right, does someone want to leave my 5-foot radius to see if you're able to breathe?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Because then you just pull them back into my sphere, then we know we need to cast an air sphere.
Are the lights here basically continual lights?
Yeah, they're continual lights.
Braxton's gonna
step away from Braxon. I mean, from Lafdul.
Yeah.
I mean, Braxon could try to step away from Braxon if he wanted. Okay. Yeah, the air is fresh, so you can breathe here.
The air is what? You cut out straight after that.
The air is fresh.
Alright, that's good. I don't have to worry about air sphere and stuff.
I think I would have had time to scan the whole room at this point.
Yeah, you're not detecting any traps.
Doing the same, but I
Then
assume it's going to be like 4 rounds or something.
Then I would inform that I'm going to go scan the corridor and the other room.
Okay.
Yeah, Braxton's going to follow Solas, make sure if anything...
We go as a group, basically.
Okay.
I mean, my protection from gas is going to run out in like 2 or 3 rounds now, so...
Oh. I was just going to go somewhere and Finn appeared underneath me.
All right,
so down a corridor each.
Yeah, the end of the corridor over here is just a solid wall that is very smooth.
The kind you would get with the wall of stone.
You could get it in multiple ways.
Or something.
You could get it in multiple ways.
Magical?
Is that where we came in?
That is where you came in, yes.
Right.
That seems to line up.
And over here is the small bedroom.
Right.
And neither side is detecting any traps.
No.
Ockar.
He stepped away.
Oh, did he? All right. I was wondering why he was staying back there.
Well, I would then check the room itself.
Okay. So there is a small trunk in that room up against the wall, and it does look like this area is slowly being like it's partially expanded, like it's unfinished. Like maybe he's over time making it larger, using whatever magic he is to make this area bigger, kind of thing.
Does that look more like a mud shaped stone, or can anyone more familiar with that kind of magic than me make any sense to it? You know, 'cause I can't work with
most
stone, so
most I'm familiar with the dig spell, so I will check if that's any signs of dig spell.
All right, go ahead and give me a spellcraft check, please.
Mm-hmm.
well, I've only got shape wood, so
That's a success.
You do not think that it's the dig spell.
Well, I will notify that.
is it shape stone? Do you know?
Can't be sure.
Yeah.
But there's no traps in here.
No trap on. Well, at least not a magical one. No magical animations from here.
Again, same low-level magic.
Oh.
It is stronger back here because like that is where he has obviously been actively expanding the room. So basically, like it hasn't faded as much there as it has elsewhere. But you do have the low-level magic. You're not able to really distinguish too much. You're not really seeing anything that stands out anywhere though, like from the bed or from the small trunk.
Hey, Lava.
Trunk wasn't trapped either.
Yes.
If you were going to teleport in this place, where would you say the best place to teleport in is? Probably the big area?
Can't tell you yet because I haven't seen everything yet.
Well, there's only these two
At the
rings.
moment, I probably go to the bigger area. On the other hand, the smaller
only
area is
go-
easier to memorize. So if I want to be 100% certain, I go for the smaller one.
Yeah, you don't get left or right variance, do you? You only get latitude.
Mm-hmm.
Is it latitude? Yeah, up and down.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Vertical.
Yeah, vertical. Yeah.
Well,
I'll
no
search for a
traps.
physical trap. Well, I mean, you might have like.
Find the traps, finds physical traps also.
Oh yeah, and I got detect magic, and there was nothing coming off on that magical side. Yeah.
Like there's low-level magic everywhere. You're not detecting anything
From that trunk.
any like you're
Alright.
not able to see that there is like more powerful magic coming from there.
All right, I will put on my ring of regeneration. I will. So just if I am going to die, you might want to step away just in case. Just a little bit. I mean, I got protection from gas, but you know, if it's a gas-based trap, an enclosed area, that would be the one trap you'd use. I'm not saying it's not trapped, but yeah, I'll open it up.
It is locked.
All right, I attempt to open locks.
Okay. Your protection from gas is going to run out before that's.
Yeah, it probably will. Well, it's fine. Considering there seems to be air in here.
Okay. It's a pretty simple latch type lock. Like not doesn't have like a complex key or anything like that. But it does require like an object to be slotted into the lock. So it's pretty easy for you to pick it and unlock it. You want to lift the lid?
Since I've got time to kill, I'm gonna find traps because I've got nothing else better to do.
Okay.
I will find traps before lifting the lid.
All right. You are not finding any traps there.
All right, I left the lid.
Okay. Inside are clothing of on the
I
top
tried
of
to
it
be
is kind of like
careful.
just some clothing. It's obviously in child size, and you can see without touching anything that there's like you can see at least two different outfits on top. One of them is kind of just like crumpled up and put in there, and the other one is folded nicely, and it's a nicer outfit, nicer clothing, whereas the rumpled one is more, it's a worn outfit of some sort.
One might just.
So
Are
one is
we
disguised for the
handling
street urchin, and one is when he needs to
personal?
look presentable.
Yeah. What's the plan with how we treat stuff? Are we acting like we disturbed the place or not? Because we're planning on fighting him here, right?
Yeah, we should take anything that's useful so that you
So
can't grab it.
look through the clothing. Any identifiable marks I show to Ockar who has Heldry?
So you're gonna
Or
like dig
history.
through it, look through the outfits, see what's in there.
Yeah, I'll
kind of thing?
show them to the people who might have a better idea than me, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, he's got at least a dozen different outfits in there, different types of clothing for pretty clear. Like you would basically immediately recognize that these would be useful for disguises.
Any obvious heraldry?
No,
Are they worth selling?
mostly not. Mostly they're urchin clothing of various sorts.
Yeah, he literally takes all of his possessions with him. He just uses his place to sleep.
Are they useful to you, Lafdul? You are a sneaky
I don't.
person.
No, I can get these any time I've got.
They-
I
take-
spent like
take Take a pair of socks as your holy symbol.
No. Wait. Yes.
We don't know that.
He doesn't know that, but yes, I would be taking something as a holy symbol.
Pair of socks as a holy symbol.
I will let you decide what type of
A
clothing you
clothes
would
peg
take.
or something. He might have hung up clothes. I don't know.
I don't want to see Lafdul turning undead with a
comb.
jockstrap.
You can
Personal
think
effects
of
like a comb.
not of that sort. No, these would be the types of. The only things that you'd find in here are things that would be useful for a disguise or outfit.
All right, a hair ornament.
Yeah, there's some hair ties for two different kinds of outfits.
I'm
I tried
still
to take
saying
the
that
more durable one because it's still a very fragile holy symbol.
I'm still saying that in my head canon, Lafdul's new holy symbol is socks.
Nope.
Pair of socks.
Nope.
Oh,
He's
nice.
taking hair ties.
Yeah.
Ald, was there anywhere in the bigger room for experiments where you burn things or cooking?
Not. So there is on one of the tables a some burners that your spellcasters would recognize as useful for spell research type investigations and magic item research. And you could definitely cook, like, they're large enough that you could also cook some, like, soup or something on it. Like a small pot of soup or something.
Well,
nice way to give yourself carbon monoxide poisoning in this enclosed environment.
Or you can just keep casting Fog Cloud.
Yeah, I suppose.
Unless someone objects, Braxon's going to take all the clothing to the burner and... well, he doesn't have to do it with the burner. He can do it with his sword. But he'll take it to the area where the burner is, assuming that's...
Wait, no, take it with us, because it's proof in court if we have to... he was using these disguises to go around. I mean, yeah, it's... You could also use divination magic on the objects of an owner. So don't necessarily destroy them.
Okay. Well... All right.
Take the
it's
trunk.
not like burning some pairs of clothing from since they are not magic and are just normal clothing.
Well, some magic items tend to hide their magical nature, as we found out with a certain ring that Ockar's wearing.
All right. Well, then we got those potions in the other room. We need to take those.
All right, yeah, we can start looking through his laboratory supplies.
So you are keeping the clothing, or are you burning them?
No, I'm not burning them because somebody objected.
Yeah, it's useful for divination on, it's a possession.
Yeah, I just don't want him to get any items that might help him. So,
I mean, it's just, yeah.
Besides, we are still here. You can, if you really want to burn them, you can burn them just before we leave.
I know.
In fact, you could even use them as kindling to burn his body once we're done with him.
That's true.
Yeah. Although, yeah, fine. I was thinking the body could just fit inside Lever's bag of holding. It was a small kid.
But why would we want its body?
Well,
I don't know.
We can fly towards the sun and throw him into the sun.
All right. So what are you guys gonna do?
We got time to kill, so we're searching the laboratory for stuff. Anything of notes?
With extreme care.
There was you were saying there were potions, so we should, in case any of these are something that he can pick up and throw at us and it explodes, we should.
Well, you got alchemy, haven't you? The two wizards, they can make heads or tails of it. And Finn can tell if it's pure water or stuff like that. I can't remember what else Finn can do.
Well, spellcasters. What, like, I mean, so if you're wanting to be careful without like disturbing things, you can be like glancing at them without picking them up or
Yeah,
I don't want to
Solas
spill like
is,
Aqua Regis on my hand or whatever. Right,
Solas is careful not to cause any. Since there are traps, certain traps that might be out, not detected with fine traps, Solas is careful with the research or searching, but he will check the potion bottles.
So I didn't say anything about potion bottles. I said that there's liquids and powders and things like that useful for spell and magic item research.
Yeah, Solas will check if there's anything of note.
Ah,
Leva, are you muted or something? Because you keep moving your token around, and I don't know.
Ah, yes. Yes, I'm sorry. Leva detects that she's being scried on, but she doesn't know where from. That's why she was running around. She was trying to figure out what happened, where it is from.
Okay, so
no, you just know it's being on this location.
Right, you are being scried from someplace else. The spell has a chance to reveal who and where that is happening from.
Yes.
Would you tell me?
Like you would know. You would know. Hold on. You would know from the spell that they're from somewhere else. Like that. This is not something that someone is looking at you directly. This is someone is using.
Okay.
They might be using clairvoyance. They might be using a crystal ball. They might be using something else.
Alright, I put my necklace of non-detection on there. I'm going to see if that'll shunt it.
The scrying entity must immediately roll a saving throw. If this is failed, the identity and general location of the scryer immediately becomes known to the wizard who cast the spell.
All right, so putting the handing over the necklace of non-detection is not going to end the scrying detection. Like you're gonna still detect it.
It's already found her at this point.
The general location is a direction and significant landmark close to the scryer. Thus, the caster might learn the wizard's niggle spies on us from east under the scryer.
I already told you that you do not know who it is or where they're where they're scrying from.
You just know you are being scryed, so you did have some kind of protection here then. When did that start?
That was after you were you'd gone through the chest as you were moving in to look at the stuff in the laboratory.
So we triggered some kind of alarm then.
Could be.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Actually, Leva, do you know if your clairvoyance leaves any kind of when you say remote seeing, because you've got the spell, right? Does it leave any object here? Like, while you're scrying, does it leave like an invisible eye or something? Would you know this?
Old?
Wizard Eye is not scrying.
Well,
he was talking clairvoyance.
That's a very different thing.
Yeah.
You're thinking of Wizard Eye when you think of that. Clairvoyance does not work that way.
No, that's fine. I had True Seeing. I was thinking about casting it if I had a reason to.
No, the spell basically just empowers wizard to see in their mind what area of effect of the spell is. There's no summon that looks for them.
If they're just scrying on you, then yeah.
You cannot tell if
No.
they're scrying on you or if they're scrying the area.
Oh. I thought it was sent.
can.
Oh no. She just knows she's been scried while in this area, so if she goes in all locations, one could assume it's. On
Yeah,
the
sorry,
area.
I spoke incorrectly with the message I sent to you, Leva. It's that, like, a scrying on the area that is covered by your detect scrying is happening, basically.
That's interesting because okay, I didn't check scrying, but the detect scrying says of any attempt to observe him. It doesn't say anything about the area.
Right. So, but that's the thing is, like, it's an area of effect if you that is centered on you.
Okay.
And if someone, like, let's say there's a crossroads, you're coming to a crossroads, and someone is just scrying the crossroads, and you come through, and you pass through it, they're going to scry you because they're scrying the area and you're in the area. So detect scrying will reveal that attempt. Now, they may be, like, someone can try to scry you directly, someone can try to scry an area, you know, like, there's a lot of different ways, and it basically will detect it. If someone were trying to scry on Ockar, and he's just in the area of effect of your detect scrying, then it will reveal, because they can see you too. Because it's always watching an area kind of thing.
Okay.
So what do you guys want to do? I mean...
Well, there is not much we can do about the scrying at the moment.
You could see how long it lasts, and then we could maybe theorize what spell it might be based on its duration. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a divinationalist, so but you wizards might have a better idea. If it's like a really short divination spell, you might recognize the spell.
Well, it has to be one of clairvoyance, clairaudience, magic mirror, or similar, and it could also be the scry spell, and also a crystal ball or other magical scrying device.
Pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, he's not going to show up now that he's aware of us knowing his location.
Then we probably grab his things and leave.
Well, he doesn't know that it's us. He knows somebody is in his asteroid and probably found the chest.
Location, can he just see us right now?
Yeah. What if we pretend that we go to sleep and he thinks he has to drop on us because we're waiting for him?
That he wouldn't fall for that.
You don't
Question,
know.
what's to the right? What's to the right here?
That's the way you came in.
Yeah, it's a sealed off.
It's a solid wall.
Yeah, at the moment he doesn't know that we know he's scrying on us, so we should play into that. By looking like we're staking out the place, he might suddenly appear, and attack them while he has the opportunity.
You can't hear us while we're talking, right?
We don't know that. Depends on the scrying spell.
If he can hear you, then he'd be aware that you detected his scrying attempt because you've been talking about it.
Yeah.
Or if he can see us and read the lips.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it depends where it's focused, actually. Oh, if I was smart, I'd cast a spell. But I'm not. Yeah.
I mean, if you had an idea to cast a spell, you can cast a spell. Unless you're specifically playing that Lafdul himself wouldn't have the idea.
I can't remember where I was going with this thread of conversation, to be honest.
Okay.
Maybe I was just rambling and I didn't realize I was rambling.
Alright, at this point, the scrying will end, Leva.
Do we have a vague idea how long it lasted? Sorry, I'm speaking for you.
She's first of all, she's passing that on to the others.
Thank you.
It was a number of minutes
Mm-hmm.
because you guys did discuss it.
5 minutes.
Wasn't
5 to 10,
clairvoyance
somewhere in there.
Braxon's
really
going to immediately move to a different place in the room and get his sword ready.
Yeah, I'll move and have like my spear ready.
Why would he come and attack us if he's a... Well...
I'm
Well,
not saying he's
here's the
going to
thing.
attack us.
Here's the
No,
thing,
no,
he
no,
might-
that's fine.
Lafdul, he might just be. He might prep his spell defensive buffs and then jump in to attack us.
Yeah.
Like throwing up mage armor and stuff.
Right. So, if he's scryed, either we're going to stay here or we're going to write off this place and try and destroy it.
If he's scried, we're probably gonna grab his. He's either gonna show up in like a few minutes, or we grab all his stuff and leave.
Yeah.
Question to Solas.
Hmm?
How thick was the wall that we went through? Do you know?
All said that it was difficult to have exact estimates.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't
Since the-
super thick. Like, it took you less than a minute to pass through.
I could
Was
fill up
it-
this...
Was it thicker than a pass wall would open?
That you don't know. How much can pass wall open?
Just a 5 times 8 times 10 foot area.
So 10 feet deep. It's probably
Mhm.
probably deeper than 10 feet.
Let me see. Did I? Oh, 1 or 2. I just memorized 1. I was going to propose that we open the area to the gas.
He already had the means to deal with that previously.
Oh yes, but anyway, it's rhetorical because we can't do that.
What would
Rhetorical.
happen... How deadly is... If I... Obviously, if we plan on leaving this area, obviously we had the Finn suggestion of filling the place up with water. I assume this is too big, but what if I filled it up with smoke, with my endless smoke bottle?
I mean, that's going to foul the air. How that will affect teleport, you're not sure.
Not necessarily teleport, it's just...
I mean,
You
it'll
know.
foul the air.
Yeah, but it won't be deadly, it'll just be fouled.
I mean, it's gonna... No, I mean, that's gonna turn deadly eventually. I mean,
Eventually.
like,
Yeah, because I could use my ring of adaptation to not need to breathe. Obviously,
It's going to take
it's a
time.
moot point because I can't leave this place. Not without help, so yeah.
Hey, Ald,
yes, Finn.
how much flammable material is up here in this room?
Well, all of the bookshelves... I mean, not the bookshelves. All the shelves and tables are wood. And
He's
So
been
we-
the
bringing
chest
stuff.
is wood and the bed is wood. In the other room.
Why are we thinking about destroying it? Don't we want to grab it and take it with us to reduce its resources?
Or like just adding
I'm
insult because we
thinking
can.
teleporting into a room and full of fire would be kind of painful.
Probably.
But
There's
I
on the
think
fire.
I think we should go through what is here, and if he comes, and we deal with it, and if he does not come, then we take what is useful and destroy the rest.
I imagine
like
he
your
would
plan.
scry again if he doesn't find us here. Then he would just teleport. Yeah,
Mhm.
he's not
Well,
going to
they were
teleport.
casting. They were casting visibility on herself, and she can cast it on someone else if necessary. If someone else wants to be invisible.
Finn has some invisibility potion left.
Yeah, I've got invisibility potions, but they don't last very long.
even if he can see us, even if he can see through the invisibility for my first moment, he probably won't notice. So he'll see fewer enemies than what there actually are.
I mean, just other than waiting around for our spells and effects to wear off, I'm hedging my bets. I don't think he'll come.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start like grabbing like books and stuff then.
There's nothing of value, other than the
Why not?
alchemist.
Does he not
yeah.
give a spellbook here?
We don't know if there's anything of value since we haven't looked through
All right,
them.
we'll look.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
start
we'll
looking
look.
around at like bookshelves and stuff to see if there's anything of value.
Okay, so the shelves, there are no books that you can find. The shelves do have common components that you would find in wizards and priests' laboratories.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing is jumping out at you as being super duper valuable, but you know, I mean, you can take some of it if you want.
Does it give the wizards any idea what spells he might cast? There's nothing distinct.
Nothing distinctive, no.
If we're out of literal ideas, then I will cast a spell idea. Because I'm out of ideas at this point. We just leave or set trap.
Well, I mean, the idea spell would indicate that, you know, I mean, if you wreck all of the furniture in here, that's definitely going to make it harder for him to teleport in. It will be less familiar. And
we've cut off a retreat from him, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, he may not want to come in anyway. Now that you've, you know, he may not even try to come back here at all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of it depends on, like, you could hang around and see if he comes back.
How long are we willing to spend?
But you could also just, like, try to wreck this place, which has been an idea that has been
yeah, no, I'm
touted for
fine
quite
with
a while.
wrecking the place.
And, yeah, let's wreck it.
Or at least I don't really have any spells to adjust the terrain or anything, so
Whatever you wreck, pile up in the middle of the lab.
So is there anything?
I have
So
a bruise.
Finn, do you have anything else that can add to a fire to make it last longer or burn longer or something like that?
ever-burning torch.
Nothing I think I have on me.
Somebody fall asleep.
Big Mac probably, because he's got sleep apnea.
Hey, Big Mac?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, nothing that I actually have on me, I don't think.
Okay,
Except
anyone else?
Maybe a bundle of sticks.
I'm looking through the scrolls and stuff that Leva has.
Okay.
But it will take a minute or so.
I have a flaming sword if we need to burn stuff to get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, I got a flaming dagger as well.
It was mostly that if we can make the fires burn longer.
So let's put it this way.
Well, actually, I
Go.
do have fire building proficiency.
That would definitely be useful. So there are some somewhat useful materials on the shelves. Some of them are actually going to be like flammable things that'll make the fires burn better. So you make note of that. There's some like powders and liquids and stuff like that that are kind of valuable, and I can say that you can take them for your laboratory. But a lot of it, yeah, just like let it get destroyed in a fire.
Yeah, Then yeah, let's
Solas takes what is useful for the laboratory and is not needed for the fire.
Okay. Do you,
No.
Lafdul, do you want to use your ever smoking bottle as well for a time? Just get some extra smoke in here, make the air foul.
I could just lend it to Finn, and he can decide, since he'd probably have a better idea of how to use it than me, given the situation.
We could do
Lever
that.
has not. Lever only has something for fire burst but that's only against creatures.
I don't think he'll come back here. If he's smart, he won't.
If he's detected us, yeah. If he hasn't come back already, he's either planning an ambush to get us when he comes back, or he's not going to come back.
And he most likely has other places to hide.
Your spells that can dig holes and stuff that you weren't going to use if the etherealness worked. If we get the flitter back, would they be enough to just dig away this thing so that it's just a dent?
Well, we could just leave the hole behind and all the foul air outside goes inside.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But like, he can teleport into where this is, can't he?
If he did it in the first place, I imagine he's also got access to an air sphere spell, which is how he made this place in the first place, or something like that.
Yeah.
Lafdul,
Yeah.
question. Could you close the chest again? Could you lock it again?
Yeah, I could reverse lockpick it, but I'd have to put the stuff back in if you want to make it look like it hasn't been disturbed.
Well, Lever would want it has the possibility of casting a fire trap on it.
I mean, that's the other option, is if you've got like glyphs of warding, you could leave them around and leave.
Yeah.
No, I didn't memorize that. I was thinking about it, but I didn't.
It wouldn't really matter if everything is in the chest, because what I would want to try is to see if he goes and checks the chest, and if he checks that it's warded, well, it's protected by a trap, and what the trap is.
Yeah, it might make him spend resources
Mm-hmm.
on it.
I mean,
can we take the chest with us?
you could just close it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
And cast
Just close
the-
it and Lever cast the fire trap on it.
Right. Like,
Well,
it doesn't
let me-
have to be locked.
Hang on.
Sure.
If we took all the stuff that was useful and packed it in the chest,
Mhm.
would we be able to just carry the chest out with the etherealness to get out?
Lever wants to leave a trap.
Well, it's not a must. It was just an idea because it's something she has on the scroll.
I was hoping we would be able to set this place up to be a kill place, a kill box.
Well, if people didn't bring things like glyph of warding, then I don't know that that's all that possible.
Would have needed one more point of wisdom to have enough third level spells for that.
Right. Well, here then. If people teleport into solid rock, they get in trouble, don't they?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
some people said that they brought spells so that we could dig through in case we couldn't go through with etherealness. So what happens if we get out of the way and dig out the ceiling so that all the ceiling drops down and fills up the room?
I don't know that I can use stone shape to do that.
Okay.
You could turn it into Swiss cheese.
You could stone shape like
a bunch of stalactites, maybe
something like that. Yes, like
Yeah.
you could have, and even if that's not like filling it up, you're making it significantly different than what he remembered, kind of thing. So a teleport would be more dangerous in that way.
I don't want to sound like a downer, but if he's capable of using clairvoyance or scrying on this location, he would scry here before teleporting here. He would have to be something that's invisible to the naked eye.
No, but so the thing though is that if you make any major changes at all, no longer will it be well studied.
Oh, alright, fair enough. Sure.
Like, he would
Yeah.
have to get back here and study the area, be in the area for a while for it to get back to that. Even if he scryed it, it goes back to, like, in best case scenario for you, viewed once.
Well, also, I don't know how many stalagmites and tights Finn could make, but if he can literally make it so that there isn't enough space between them for a person to actually appear, he wouldn't physically be able to teleport into this room and live.
No, he doesn't have that capability. You
Or
can
at
make
least that
one
many spells.
one stalagmite or a column, like it could be a column even, per spell. So I think
I
Finn
see.
had 2 and Solas had 2.
I don't have a stone shape since it's 3rd level spell, and I already
That's
took
fine.
the
What about the rabbit?
I mean, it
Mermaid
would
could
dig,
probably
but
change things.
I think it's also changing if we put everything on fire and smash the place.
It doesn't
Yeah, but
change
the
the
more
room.
you change it, the more, like,
Yeah, the further it goes down.
if you just burn everything, it's still going to be, like, it's not going to be well studied, but it still might be, like, just the 1 tier difference kind of thing. The
Can
more
we
you change it, like, the more you change it, the more different it's going to be in terms of, you know, like the worse it'll be for his spell. So it's basically just up to you what you can do and what you're willing to do in that. If you want to go that route.
What Solas, if you can, what I'd like is if the rabbit can dig holes in the ceiling that are not big enough for a person to fill in order to fill in the room, so that the big room, we take out everything useful and fill in the big room so that there's no space for a person to appear without dying.
I don't think it can dig the ceiling since it's at
How
least I
come?
haven't seen it's actually digging when it's digging.
You think it
And
can only go down?
it's not flying, or I haven't seen it.
Well, like if we
think it climbs.
I mean, now's as good a time as any to figure out how it works.
Yeah.
I will dig the floor, but I doubt it will do the ceiling in.
Well, we don't want the ceiling falling on us while we're in here, by the way.
that also.
You could try and
I
cause
don't-
a cave in.
I don't
Like-
have mining proficiency yet to cause cave-ins.
All right, so let's see.
Okay, so now that
Finn,
there's a-
sorry, go ahead.
So now that everybody else has chimed in, I have 2 stone shapes available.
Uh-huh.
Do we need one to get out?
I do have one etherealness still.
And now I can't hear anybody. Hold on.
Let us know when you can hear us again. I suppose it would help if we talk, so I guess I'll just talk a bit
Ramble on for a bit.
until his
Audio
works again. All right, well, does that...
Also-
All right, hold on,
Well,
hold on.
wait.
Hold on.
Something a bit more useful.
Yeah.
Leva has a scroll with fire enchantment on it.
Well, the thing that I wanted to ask is, does anyone else have anything like rock to mud or anything else that they could use to fill up this space with stuff or change the wall shapes? In other ways of like walls of stone, you could fill it with walls of stone if you got anything like that. Does anyone have anything like that might be useful?
I'm going through.
Leva has transmute mud to rock
That's mud to
Yeah.
rock, though.
on a.
Can you
but
do rock
I
to mud?
didn't- Well,
It's
the scroll
whatever.
says about mud to rock, not to rock to mud.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's-
You get whatever forms memorized onto it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Well, you write a specific form
Sanity.
onto it unless the spell
No,
is
that's-
one that you can choose it on the casting.
No, that's
Okay.
just cool. That's cool. I just thought if you had rocks and mud and you did that on the ceiling, it'd turn to mud and the room will fill up with mud and
Yeah.
there'd be a void above the mud.
Finn.
Okay,
can
I
you
can
us?
hear again.
Okay.
Hello.
So first of all, Solas, you do have another etherealness to get out.
Yeah, though before we go out, we need to call in the flitter with the Sonus Streeter. Otherwise, everyone else except me and Lafdul are going to be in trouble.
No, Lever has air sphere. That will work too, sort of.
Yeah.
But she can call them back. Shall we go back?
Well,
So,
you want to? I mean, actually, yeah, you do have ascending, don't you?
yes.
Okay. Well, let's focus on what you want to do in here, since you have. Okay, so sending and etherealness, that'll get you out. So focus on what you can do in here, Finn. So it sounds like you could use your two stone shapes.
I'm going to switch to detect
Hold on.
invisibility on Solas's rod.
Hold on. Finn, can you hear us?
Yes.
I do have transmute
Hold on.
rock
Hold
to
on.
mud.
Hold on. Finn. So, what are you thinking?
Well, if we have a way out, then I will use them both to. Why don't I alter the small room with those?
You might want to do one in each then,
Yeah.
because if you only change one room, then he can teleport into the other one.
And a comment to that, Lever does have one scroll with transmute dust to water. So she could actually, if you make lots of dust out of the stone, then she could help with turning that to water.
Okay.
Or at
You'd
least
have to
part of
kick
it.
up a significant amount of dust. I mean,
No, you don't.
Solas's rabbit.
You
Can
really
you?
don't. No.
Also,
It
found
is,
another
however,
spell on a
level
scroll,
18.
but I need to find it first to see exactly how it works.
Sorry, what was that, Finn?
Yeah.
I did find that I have a fire seed spell on a scroll, but I have to find it to figure out what it does.
Isn't that a trap spell?
I think it's I think it's a little bit more of a combat spell.
Isn't it? That priest? Oh wait, yeah, no, I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, I think it's useful using being used with a sling, for example. If it's a spell that I'm thinking of. I haven't used it too much in any game.
So like the priest version of the
6th level.
minute meteors.
Not really.
Minute. No.
The one problem with creating water is that that would like kind of cancel out a fire burning the stuff, which is fine, but it's something that you guys might want to consider.
Hmm.
There it is.
I mostly want to make it so that it's dangerous. What have we got with the furniture there?
Okay. Yeah, that is more of a combat spell.
So furniture-wise, you've got the small chest and bed in the smaller chamber. You've got some shelves and tables in the large room, all made out of wood.
All made out of wood. So if Braxon wanted to make like spikes or something to like try and fill the room up with spiky stuff that he might land on, what sort of time scale would that take?
You need binding.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
That'd be quite a bit of time.
Yeah, but like also like even just smashing the stuff up and leaving it around the place, you might accidentally teleport into a table or something.
Yeah, but I mean, I think either burning it or filling the area with water is going to be more useful.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Finn
What you
bought the water spell. Would that work?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't. Okay, sorry.
Well, Leva
'Cause
does have.
No one wanted to commit to it, so I didn't bother changing the spells.
Okay.
That's fine. Leva does have transmute dust to water on a scroll. What level is that cast at?
18.
18.
18.
So it may not
Yes.
work, but
But that would
If it
require a
does,
lot of dust to be a lot of water.
If it backfires, just save me.
How much dust do you need? Can we like smash rocks to get
I
more
don't.
dust?
I'm trying to find the spell, but I can't find it.
look
I
at
think it's-
the other way around.
I
You know,
think it's one of those that transmutes X amount of cubic feet of dust to X amount of cubic feet of water.
Yeah.
Mm.
So quite a lot.
Well, I'm thinking like Braxon can smash bits off the wall to make more dust.
transmute water to dust, which is also has the reverse. The spell requires a pinch of normal dust in addition to additional material. What?
1 10-foot cube per level. So you're looking at 18 10 feet cubes full of water.
Oh, okay.
But before that, you need that much dust.
We also need to think about what we're going to do once we're swimming at the top of the water.
Well, we would be
You would fill this place entirely with water.
yeah.
Yes.
That would completely
How are
fill
we
this
going to
with
get
water.
out?
We have a fearlessness.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
wait,
but
but
can
wait, wait, wait.
Leva cast the scroll, the spell on the scroll while she's ethereal, and will the water then end up inside the cave?
You would have to teleport yourself back to the ship or something.
Right. Yeah, Lafdul, you've got a ring that stops you dying.
Yeah, I
if you
could-
lend that if you lend
yeah,
that
I
to Leva, then she can fill the room up with water. But can she teleport if she can't talk?
Oh, she can't. I think you can cast spells under water, but I think you can only cast whatever breath you have in you. That's the one spell you get.
Let me have a quick look at teleport in that case.
You got polymorph.
All right.
Not memorized. Not memorized.
Well,
I was
now
going
we
to say he could just polymorph into like a
But,
sea elf or something and breathe the water.
Where are we going to get the amount of dust to fill this place?
You don't need that much dust. It operates as a create water spell. It does not
I
take
think the
much
fastest
dust.
spell. Sorry.
It does not take much dust to create it.
I think the fastest spell to cast underwater is Dimension Door. That has a casting time of 1.
Well, if we
Okay.
bring the flitter back with the zone of sweet air on it,
yeah.
we all go out with
Yeah,
the etherealness. You cast your spell, and then dimension door out to where the flitter is.
Yes, that would work.
Yeah, some of you don't have a wild surge.
And actually, can't you
Or have
cast
spell
dimension?
backfire.
Does dimension door have to occur immediately?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You cast it and you move.
What a pity. I mean, Leva would be immune to fireballs. Doesn't anyone have a fireball ready?
Wow, someone asking to be fireball. He only died once to one. Did
Yeah, I
you,
think
Leva, you know your Wonder, it can replicate a spell, right? Because your special ability is a wild mage. Does that guarantee or is there a chance?
What?
Your Wonder can be used by a wild mage as a special feature of a wild mage to replicate a spell that you know.
What
Do you know if
wonderful.
that's your Wonder?
If she doesn't
You
know if
know.
she has it, then maybe it's gone.
She has it because it
I
didn't have
will
very many charges and she wanted mine. I know she has it.
Oh, it's the one that.
There's a random effect, but yeah, because you're a wild mage, you can do other things with it, like I can with mine.
So
I was just thinking, the whole point of this was to say, do you have a spell that you don't have memorized that you could try replicating with your Wand of Wonder?
No,
No.
it's there's nothing that would help in this situation. There are plenty of spells, but there's
Well, I
nothing
was
that would help.
thinking like Wand of Wonder, Polymorph Self.
And do what?
You could breathe underwater.
So-
Then you could have your dust to water.
Well, I was about to jump in. I just realized a way that we could make this safer for her.
Go ahead.
I use one of my stone shapes to just create a dome where water pressure basically would keep the air locked in that she could stick her head in to breathe when she casts to get out.
She could also cast the air sphere and use that. Wouldn't that work? That would work, wouldn't it?
I'll look at Air Sphere. No one has any potions of water breathing? What have you guys done with all the ones that you've gotten?
I got potions of polymorph. I could lend her or give her one of those.
Let me look at my list, but I'm pretty sure I don't have a potion of water breathing either.
Lemma has the spell, but she didn't memorize it.
Well, you could use a Wand of Wonder to create that, or
Yeah.
Nahal's Reckless Duomer to cast it.
Yeah,
I
The
do
advantage
have,
of being a wild mage.
What was that,
I
Solas?
do have potion of water breathing.
then Lemma could use that.
And you
She'd
drink
rather
it
use
while you're
potion.
underwater.
You drink it
You
before.
drink it before.
She
Yeah,
drank it
well,
before.
You don't. Well, I was going to say you don't necessarily know the spell's going to work. That's all.
She'd rather use a potion for that than any. Once they're gone, they're gone. It's
I know, right?
I do also have a scroll with water breathing. At level 11.
Well, that was level 11. She wouldn't fail.
Right. So, has anyone taken all the potion things?
No.
Solas said that he took a bunch of stuff that seemed useful. We'll put it that way. He did say that he was taking stuff.
Yeah,
Is
I'm
that
taking
all the
anything that seems useful and expensive from the stuff in the laboratory.
Yeah, we could smash up the bed and stuff to at least make that unfamiliar.
Because no point in letting expensive and good stuff that we can use go waste.
Frugal side's coming out.
Well, I was just thinking that everything that's there could be packed in that chest, and Braxon could carry the chest out.
Well, not everything.
All right.
But
Okay.
you could take, like, a lot of the stuff is very common materials. Stuff that you already have in your
Yeah.
laboratory. Stuff that's not that expensive to replace.
So
Yeah.
I
But it's
found
stuff-
the wand. It's only got 12 charges left. No, she's not going to use the wand. Sorry.
How did you know you got
I
12?
do have a scroll with water breathing, so you can use that.
How did you know you got 12? What's the spell that tells you
But,
charges
neither
on
here
one?
nor there at this point. Let's focus on trying to
Oh.
solve the problems at hand, please.
Yes.
Right.
So if you're prepared to give me the scroll so I can cast water breathing, then yes, please. But
Or I can cast it from it onto you.
yes, that's quite good.
Isn't
Quite
there
okay.
5% chance to go wrong where she doesn't have the 5% failure?
Well,
Don't-
it's 5%.
Let's focus let's focus on moving on, please.
So
If he's willing to
Ord,
cast it, then he's willing to cast it. Don't
Mhm.
second
Yeah.
guess like, oh,
Yes,
there's a
let's-
5% chance. Let's not. It's 5%. Don't worry about it.
Ord,
Yes.
Yeah.
there was a workbench that things were on, was there?
Yeah.
Is that movable?
It's all movable. Nothing is like bolted down or anything
Right.
like that.
I'm thinking if we move it out the big room into like this corridor here, where the two corridors meet, if he tries to teleport into the corridor, he might teleport into the middle of the workbench.
But if we fill the place with water,
I know, but as well as that,
If you
If
fill
you
it up
take-
with
Go on, please.
water, it's
Hang-
going to start floating around anyway.
oh, okay, fair enough.
Like it's going to move around.
All right, fair enough.
it's not like it's made out of stone.
I know. I was just thinking it might be an obstacle he teleports into. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so
Okay.
are you guys ready to do what you want to do, or do you still need
Yeah.
to?
So Leva casts ascending and tells the people in the flitter to come down and collect talents as well as they come down, and yeah,
Okay.
we will be
Braxton.
out.
Braxton is going to chop one of the legs off the bed, and one of the legs off the workbench, and take them with him.
You just turn the bed
You're not
upside
gonna.
down or something.
Okay, no, that's
No.
fine. He can
No.
do that if he wants. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Braxon's new holy symbol.
He needs a piece of wood every time.
Yeah, that's what I'll ask for him.
I mean, I would appreciate it if you let me know why privately, Braxton, so that I understand what it is. But I mean, that's fine. You can take what you want.
So he can't use the bed anymore because it's knackered.
I mean, it's also going
It's
to
gonna
be
be.
filled with water, but I mean, that's fine.
It will be, yeah. But like, if he comes back and he manages to get rid of the water,
Okay.
he can't use the bed, so he can't get a decent night's sleep.
Okay.
Like it's been Eddie, got you.
All right. So the plan is sending. Let me roll for level variation.
Blow it. Let's just smash up the whole bed.
Okay. So it's going to take 10 minutes for her to cast, so if you guys want to smash up stuff,
Yeah,
or
wreck
if
the
Braxton
place.
wants to
I'll
smash
work
things
it
up,
back
that's
in.
fine.
I'll take out my battle axe, the flaming one. I'll just work it like smashing things, just hitting it with the axe.
Okay. All right. So once the sending is done, what is the or while that's going on, Finn, did you want to cast any things your stone shapes?
Yeah, I might as well.
Okay. Make like a stone pillar in each room.
Sure.
Okay. Anything else that anyone wants to cast before the sending is finished? Just to like mess things up here.
I can use the rabbit to dig few holes in the
We'll
laboratory.
make rabbit holes.
Okay.
Gonna make
Oh.
more room for the water.
Oh, the things we don't take, we drop down the rabbit holes.
They're not going to be that deep.
They're gonna float.
Actually, I have an idea.
Oh,
Put all the stuff we're not taking in a pile, and I'll cast Earthmaw on it.
Okay, let's do that.
What does that do?
I would
Oh,
actually say don't do that because the more there's just junk floating around, the less familiar it is. Whereas
That's true.
if it's all
Mhm.
sunk into the earth essentially, then it would be more
And,
like it was before there was any furniture in there in the first place.
and pretty much everything we don't take with us is going to be ruined or seriously damaged by being submerged into lots of water.
Also, the rabbit would be creating more space for the water to go,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
might not fill which then the water may not fill this area up entirely.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, that's why I wanted the rabbit to do the seeding, because then we would have extra
it
material.
fills up the
room.
volume though, doesn't it?
It's just more of a if you start making more space in here, then I don't know that
Works against us.
If
yeah.
Ockar said that
Because-
it's
because,
not good idea,
like,
then it's not good idea. And
I
we
was
don't do it.
calculating out the space for the dust to water, and I stopped calculating it when it looked like it was just about the same.
Yeah,
And it was like I'm just going to make an executive decision and say that it would fill this up. But if you start adding space, then I don't think that would fill it up anymore. So
okay.
okay, so you've messed up the place. Leva has got her sending off.
Did
2
someone put a
stone
trap?
shapes.
Nope.
Did someone put a trap on the chest in
Nope.
the end?
Not anymore.
just-
Not
We
necessary.
destroyed the chest.
Yeah, it got smashed.
Okay. Did we destroy all the clothing?
We're taking it with
Sure,
us.
or whatever. You can do whatever you want.
Okay,
You can use it for tracking potentially.
that's true.
All right, so then Solas, you want to be casting Etherealness with everyone except for Leva.
Before I cast the Etherealness, I'm going to be casting the Water Breathing on Leva.
Okay, and that's the one that has
Thank you.
5% chance.
Yeah, it's from a scroll. I will copy the scroll information in the chat.
Just give me another spell that's on there.
Transmute Rock to Mud.
Well, that would have been useful as well.
Well, I did mention that I have it.
Ah. Alright, I guess I didn't hear that earlier. Hold on, I just need to find
Well,
it in my
people were-
list.
People
You
were
could turn it
talking
into
over
a
me.
muddy slurry. Eventually it would settle, but...
Okay, there it is. Okay, so water breathing on Leva, and that is successful. Alright, so then you're gonna Etherealness and get everyone except for Leva out.
Yeah.
Okay. And Leva, you were gonna use Dimension Door to get out?
Yes.
Okay, then you probably want to be over by the entrance.
Should we stay in the
Oh
area
yes.
to make
Like,
sure
for some
that...
odd reason, I keep having the feeling that the exit is in the north.
That's fine. Okay,
Do
so
we, s-
go ahead, Lafdul.
do we stay in the area to see that our spell's gone off successfully? Before we abandon her, you know. I mean, yeah, we're in the ethereal plane, but we may just end up rematerializing here and go with, like, plan B. Does she have another means of escape? Or she's got
She has
teleport,
the
hasn't she?
Dimension Door.
She
And
she
if
has
she...
Dimension Door, she has Teleport, and if she, for example, materializes too far out, she has Airsphere to come back with.
All right.
It should work.
And if we are not hearing from her in long enough time, we can always dig through the entrance.
What would happen if let's just go on.
Do you
That
want
was
to...
totally irrelevant what I was going to ask.
Do you want to borrow either of my rings, Leva?
No, thank you. Very nice of you, but no, thank you. Let's go on.
Okay.
Okay.
About the Airsphere thing, that would not save you if you Dimension Door into the deadly air.
Doesn't travel instantly with you.
Yeah,
And it was three round casting
It-
time, if I remember correctly.
True.
I believe the air sphere keeps the air you've got, so if you teleport into deadly air, you're screwed.
No, it does create air sphere around you.
I
Oh.
do have one more zone of sweet air for emergencies. If she comes outside of the zone on the flitter,
If she
then I can
if
just
she were
cast
to
it out
loan
that way to cover.
if she were to loan the Lafdul's ring, that would
Yeah.
be the failsafe.
Yeah, it is literally just letting it to her for a failsafe so we can recover her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. In that case, yes, please. Thank you very much. Let's go. Disappear. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is that the spell backfires at level 18, and she'll be here forever as an water elemental or something.
Well, it wouldn't be a
Goodbye.
water elemental. All right, so
Yeah, you might
the
get
rest of the
petrified or
party,
something.
etherealizes and travels out of the asteroid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, and let's see.
What ring did you swap out if you're borrowing my ring of adaption?
Just a second.
Because you might need saving throws, and if you've got a saving throw ring, you need to say which one you're swapping out.
No. I don't have saving throws. I'm going to swap out the ring to extend spells.
Okay. So let's see. You're level 11, correct?
12.
You're 12. Okay, so that's my mistake. Helps if I get the right thing. All right. Okay, so you have water breathing on, and you have the scroll with transmute dust to water. You intone the words, and in an instant, the whole this whole cavern complex is filled with water, basically up to the ceiling. You luckily can breathe just fine, and then you're going to cast your Dimension Door.
Correct.
Okay. And how far out are you going to Dimension Door?
Well, we sort of know that the pass wall wouldn't do it, so it's more than 10 foot, so she would go for 25.
Okay. Let me see what happens. Give me a second.
Probably somebody standing there.
Well, we're
Alex
still in
can
the
retrieve
ethereal.
you.
Give me a
Come
second.
on, wild search.
Well, starts turn into a puddle. Or a poodle.
Okay,
Oof.
so you are gonna find yourself trapped in the astral plane.
Ah, she's got
Oh.
a rope
Oh,
to come
okay.
back out.
So I'm gonna need to figure out what that means for you, and you're gonna need to think about what that means for you as well.
Don't forget she has the rope.
I
She has the
know, I
rope.
know, but you've never actually used it to interact with the astral plane before.
That's true.
Oh, Solas has astral awareness up.
How long does that last?
It's 1 hour per level, so 9 hours since the
You
casting.
would know she's in the astral plane.
Okay.
I have a chance to detect that she is in the astral plane.
I'm going to keep a note of that. All right. So yes, it was deeper than 25 feet. I was hoping
was
you
that
might
due to
consider
a-
that and let's go for the maximum of the spell.
So,
She can't teleport between planes unless she's got teleport without arrow or plane shift.
she used the water, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the cavern's full of water. She didn't just guess the dimension door parameters, and because she teleported into a physical object, she's now in the astral plane.
Oh, can she teleport back out?
We shall
without
find out
teleport
next
without arrow.
time. We'll find out next time. All right. So
Oh, dear.
XP wise, let's see. That is going to be. What level is etherealness, Solas?
It's 3rd level.
Okay. Priest?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that is going to be. I'm trying to think about what people were casting.
I wonder if I should write off my ring of adaptation at this point. If Leva's gone with it.
Finn, what is Zone of Sweet Air? What
Third level.
Third level? All right.
Third.
All right, so that is going to be 1,000 XP for everyone, plus an extra 150 for Finn, and a 300 for Solas's Priest. And Leva is currently trapped on the astral plane.
So 1,000 was the base.
Yes.
Everyone got 1,000, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So
And you have
800 and 500 plus the 10% for each.
And you have filled up Marzo's hideout. And also, since I talked you into it, I'm going to give you guys back your incense, just because it didn't end up being useful. I kind of felt like I talked you into it, because I thought things would go a little bit differently than they did. So,
Well, that's generous of you.
Thank you.
Yep.
so I'm going to give it back. All right. So, when we come back next time, we'll have to see exactly what has happened with Leva trapped on the astral plane, and see if she can get herself out, or if you guys can think of a way to get her out. Whether you will even be aware of it. And
Let's hope that
see how it
Leva
goes.
finds some planar traveler that she can hitchhike with.
Why? She doesn't need to. She
She
can come
might-
back herself.
She might make good friends with an astral dreadnought, you know?
Yeah.
It just wants to
That
give you
too,
hugs.
yes.
All right, so I want to thank you guys for playing, and I want to thank everyone out there for watching. We will be back next week. See you
ya.
then, everyone.
Thanks for the
Thanks
game.
for the
See you
game.
then.
Thanks
for
for
the game.
having us.